Hi, this is my first video, so I'm so nervous. And I know my editing isn't perfect, but I would like to share with you how I made this beautiful cake on the screen for my friend. First, I baked two pounds of velvet cake and 2 pounds of coconut cakes. I began by beating the butter. As you can see, the butter is at room temperature. I beat the butter until it was really fluffy, and then I kept stirring it just to increase it a bit fluffy, because my whole intention of beating this butter is to use it for buttercream, because I was planning to make a sweet meringue cake. Then I sieved my icing sugar to remove every lump that will affect the consistency, and then I started putting it gradually into the border that I have been beating in my stand mist until it was completely absorbed inside the border. And then I added a little bit of vanilla extract. As you can see, I have finished adding all the icing sugar, and I'm adding my vanilla extract. Then after that, I piped my buttercream in that tiny little ice cream piping bag, and then I made a border around the first cake, and then I layered it with buttercream and leveled it before adding another cake, and then another border, and then buttercream. I repeated this step until all the cakes were there. As you can see, it's a very tall cake, so it has to keep going little by little. Okay, after I finished putting the border, I put in the dough stick inside the cakes. As you can see, it's only one that you can see in the video, but I actually put a couple of them to keep it straight, because I wanted it not to move when I'm ganaching. As you know, it's quite a very tall cake, and usually some people actually make the cake into two first before using a long dowel to connect them together, but I just did it straight on, and added a few dowels there to hold it. So I garnished the whole body of the cake with my buttercream, going round and round. This is where all the messy work is, in cake decoration, and it can be daunting if you don't know what to do. Then after ganaching it, I started to scrape the cake. I scrape it slowly and removing all the excess buttercream on the tip of my scraper, and I repeated the process again and again until I achieved my desired result, as you can see. And when I got my desired result, I popped it into the fridge. So when my cake is all done, by the way, if you were looking for a naked cake, this is how it is. While my cake was freezing, chilling in the fridge, I separated the egg white from the egg yolk and mixed them with sugar. I would leave another video on how to make this in my next video. And then I started to stir it while leaving it on top of a pot with a quart of water, and then I kept measuring the temperature of this mixture mustn't exceed 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is where the tiny little tips is. It mustn't measure more than that. So I will do a video on this again. Anyway, so I keep stirring, measuring, repeating the process until I got 160-degree in my thermometer. And then I popped it into a stand mixer and beat it in high speed while surrounding the stand mixers with bags of frozen chips. Not chips, frozen peas. And when it has peaked, I began to put in my butter. Already I've cut the butter in cubes, and as you can see, the texture of the butter. And then I ganache the cake the same way like the other ganache, but I can show you in another video how to use Swiss marine ganache and how to color Swiss marine ganache. And when I finish ganaching, I put in my edible picture, non-edible flowers, and the crown and the topper, and pop it right back in the fridge overnight to freeze because I needed to transport. I can do a couple more video on how to do the cake board, on how to measure pictures. Just put in the comment what video you would like me to do first, and I will do that and pop it up as you continue to journey with me in my cake decorating journey. So this is it. I transported the cake the next day to the owner of the cake, who was very happy. She was delighted, as you can see in the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe, support me, like my videos. I'm going to do a video also in the coming weeks about how I started decorating cakes and my journey so far. Have a lovely day. And if you bust up my good time, I swear it's great. Can't say to take my eyes off you, especially